Indonesia, tanah airku, tanah tumpah darahku. Di sanalah aku berdiri, jadi pandu hidupku. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, tanahku, negeriku yang ku cinta. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, hiduplah Indonesia Raya. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka, tanahku, negeriku yang ku cinta. Indonesia Raya, merdeka, merdeka.
Dengan menyebut nama Tuhan yang Maha Pengasih dan Penyayang. Pancasila telah diakui sebagai ideologi dan dasar negara yang terrumuskan dalam pembukaan Undang-Undang Dasar 1945. Pancasila.
Pancasila.
Satu.
Ketuhanan
yang Maha Esa.
Ketuhanan yang Maha Esa.
Dua. Kemanusiaan yang adil dan beradab.
Kemanusiaan yang adil dan beradab.
Tiga. Persatuan Indonesia.
Persatuan Indonesia.
Empat. Kerakyatan yang dipimpin oleh hikmah kebijaksanaan dalam permusyawaratan perwakilan.
Sumpah Pemuda.
Sumpah Pemuda.
Kami, putra dan putri Indonesia,
mengaku berubah darah satu,
tanah air Indonesia.
tanah air Indonesia.
Kami, putra dan putri Indonesia, mengaku berbangsa satu, bangsa Indonesia. Kami.
Isi pembukaan Undang-Undang Dasar 1945 Republik Indonesia, bahwa sesungguhnya kemerdekaan itu ialah hak segala bangsa terbentuk dalam suatu susunan negara Republik Indonesia yang berkedaulatan rakyat dengan berdasar kepada ketuhanan yang Maha Esa, kemanusiaan yang adil dan beradab, persatuan Indonesia, dan kerakyatan yang dipimpin oleh hikmah kebijaksanaan dalam permusyawaratan perwakilan, serta dengan menciptakan suatu keadilan sosial bagi seluruh rakyat Indonesia.
Doa bagimu negeri. Ya Tuhan semesta alam, Tuhan yang Maha Kuasa untuk melindungi. Lindungilah kami dari godaan, gangguan, hasutan, hipnotis, roh jahat, jin iblis setan yang terkutuk. Khususnya lindungilah kami. Pada hari ini kami sedang bersilaturahmi dengan seluruh umat manusia, tanpa membeda-bedakan suku, bangsa, budaya, dan tanpa membeda-bedakan syariat agama. Dan dengan menyebut nama Tuhan yang Maha Pengasih lagi Maha Penyayang, aku berlindung kepada Tuhan yang memelihara dan menguasai manusia, Raja manusia, sembahan manusia, dari kejahatan bisikan roh jahat, setan yang bisa bersembunyi yang membisikkan kejahatan ke dalam dada manusia, dari golongan jin dan manusia. Amin.
Good evening. So first we're gonna introduce ourselves first. We are from KNS program, which stands for Karya Nyata Sosial, Actual Social Work. We want to synergize the Indonesian society or community, so they can create build more relationship based on caring or loving more to their own communities, especially the underprivileged communities within Indonesia. KNS is not an organization or yayasan or lembaga LSM. So we're just different. We're just like friends or families who believe that within us there are rights for the underprivileged society that we need to help them.
So basically, KNS covering all the main issues or problems that we face in society. So we have an issue on health, hygiene, flood, education, environment, economy, and irrigation. So so the program itself covering this list of issues. Okay? This program is actually to empower privileged people to take advantage of their resources to help unprivileged people. So in Indonesia, we have a huge gap between the privileged people and the unprivileged people. The gap is not only on wealth, but it's also in communication, in relationship. So our vision is to how to reduce this gap between the privileged and unprivileged. So our mission is to meet these two sides of people. So between privileged and unprivileged, we provide some sort of a platform for them to meet and to help each other. So what KNS do is to provide a list of programs to help on these issues. So if someone ever heard of saying that to give someone a rod is better to give a fish, so that's exactly what we do. So in this program, we try to give not only a help in the form of food or money or anything, but we provide something like a list of programs that allow people to be developed and for them to be sustained. So our strategy is to empower the privileged individual on helping and mentoring the unprivileged community. So like I said, we not only give them some help, but we also try to develop them and nurture them to make them sustainable. So the main target is the whole Indonesian community, and we try to create a bond between the privileged and unprivileged. So basically that's how it is. So usually our programs is started by Posyandu. So we started with to introduce our program to Posyandu Kader. So usually in certain areas there's always one Posyandu for each we call airway, right? So in some area there is one Posyandu, and the reason why we targeted Posyandu is because we can meet cadres there. So cadres usually is the one that really have the most information about that area. So if we want to know in certain areas which people that have the most needs to be helped, usually cater have all the information. And also after that, we usually can extend the program to education. So we work with PAUD, we work with BSB, so like a free school, something like that. So we work together we work closely together with the teachers, and then the whole community, which is the unprivileged people. So before we start our activities, usually we do this ceremony. So the one that we did at the beginning, we do it on every KNS activities. So we always read Indonesia Raya, Pancasila, Sumpah Pemuda, UUD 1945, and Doa Bagi Negeri. So these are the 4 stages of Posyandu program that we do. So usually we do a survey first. So we identify an area. So we identify an area, and then we do a survey to find lists of targeted people. So usually we meet with the caterer, we introduce ourselves, and we explain the programs, the whole programs, and what we can help their. So in socialization, we meet with the caterers. So for example, in one area, usually in one kelurahan, usually there's maybe 5 or more Posyandu. So we only target 1 or 2. So the basic idea is to just developing that 1 or 2 Posyandu first, and our hope is that those 2 Posyandu can teach other Posyandu as well. On the socialization, usually we explain them how KNS work and how for them to make a report. So the main output of the program is that cater and can make their own report of the programs. In the realization, usually Posyandu have 1 day for their waiting and filling the KNS, kartu menuju sehat. So if someone ever go to Posyandu, they do it every month. So the babies, the infants come to the Posyandu, they're waiting it, and then they filling the KNS card. So on that day, they will also be given the PMT, the makanan tambahan. The last one is to do the reporting. So on the report, we will have all the list of targeted people, and then the proof that these people is already accepted the PMT, and then there's a photo as well, complete with all the receipts and everything that they already showed in the one month. So those reports will be printed and will be printed and be ready, make it available for someone that would like to see it. So the basic idea is the report can be bring to the fortunate people on that area, and instead of this cadre bringing a proposal or asking for money to help the unfortunate people, they could bring the report and they could show the fortunate people that this program has already happened in their area, and it's helped by people from other areas. So it will be very good if they can continue the program and chip in for the Posyandu. So in that
now I'm gonna talk about you guys about this other program that we started around early this year. This is still a small program, but what we've been doing this year is to provide free Lego classes. I strongly believe in that Lego can be used to teach as well. As for example, the shapes and the minifigures and all the structures that you can manipulate the Lego bricks with to create brick structures is useful for them to enhance not only their creativity but also their imagination. What we have been doing also is to assign teams every week so that they can learn. We have here an example video of the class, so we can take 1 or 2 minutes just to watch it. We also do the same thing that we always do with Posyandu activities, which is to do the upacara and all the ceremonies, so children can also learn that they should be proud of their own country and the whole identity of Indonesia. If you guys want to ask anything, any questions?
Okay, I have a question. Posyandu was okay when it was Suharto era, but post Suharto era, I believe that people didn't listen anymore about that. But now, yeah, it is that you raise anymore about your activity in Posyandu. But I believe that you also what we call you have. You come from the student, right? From the student. I mean from university. Yeah, it is that in university we know about 3 Dharma perguruan tinggi. Yeah? One of them is dedication, yeah, to society. That's when they enter university, and also they need a contract, yeah, to the society. So the question is, it prepares your activity with dedication as a student, for example.
From the structure of the program, so in education, so this is the high level program, okay? And for each program there is a sub program. So basically for education, other than class Lego that already explained by Bayu, we also did something like a free school for unprivileged people in Puncak area. Yeah, so we provide the place and we provide the teachers as well. On that school, we also do. It's not on the university level yet. It's still on the middle school level below. So from 5 years old to 12 years old or 14 years old. So and we also do a scholarship there. So but the scholarship is not given to the smartest student in class, but to the poorest student in class. So we identify a couple of students and we provide them not with money or but the support was more to the educational things like books, writing tools and stuff like that. But the point is we hope that of course this program could be extended to the next level. So the main target is for these people to be as highly educated as possible, and then could return the education and everything back to the society. So it's kind of similar to what you do.
First of all, we would like to express our very deep appreciation for your activity. Social concern or social care is very expensive nowadays, and what we've been doing is excellent. So I think our appreciation should be extended to you all guys. First of all, I would like to say sorry for coming late, and of course I have missed some important parts of your previous presentation. What I would like to know first of all is what is your historical background of doing such a thing? Perhaps you did the presentation at the beginning, but I need to know about it. And how do you organize yourselves? How is your organizational structure? What is it? Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, you only focus on certain area of doing the social activity. And do you have any intention for extending the area of coverage in doing or carrying out your social activity?
The program is created by a guy named Arif Mulyadi. So Arif is no longer with us right now, but he's the one who created the program, and basically his main aim is to help Indonesian community, and especially the unprivileged. So that's why he covers many areas like health, like education, economy, etc. The program itself already started to be implemented since 1980s, but not really progressing very fast. But the progress is much rapid around 2007. So around 2007, it's started by our mom. So she did a lot of coverage of Posyandu in Bogor area. So she covers Bogor, in Kota Madia and the Kabupaten area. And then we extend to certain areas as well. KNS is not an organization. Yeah, so the main aim is not to create organization or yayasan or anything. So it's a program. So we hope if the form is a program, then this program can be used by anyone. So it's not really an organization. It's not really a yayasan. We don't have listed
we don't
office.
have a president. We don't have vice president.
Yeah. So there's no structure. But what we created is a program, and if people want to copy it, then by all means. So usually people ask that, like, where is it located? How can we know that your organization is real or not? It's not an organization. So yeah, it's just a program. It's just a platform to be copied by anyone. So if people are interested, we can teach them how the full programs, and yeah, they can start probably on their own area first. So if you live somewhere and then there's a Posyandu nearby, we could start there first, and then we extend it to environment or education or things like that. So usually we start with Posyandu first. The reason why Posyandu at the beginning of the program is because we meet cadres there. So we feel that this is the most important person in a certain area if you want to help someone. So if you go to area A, if you meet with the cadres, they will tell you, like, okay, this family is the most poor, this family have the babies that below red line and things like that. So they know everything about the area.
First of all, thank you very much guys for doing this, for running this program, because a lot of people must be helped by you guys. And my question is, it's only a simple question. Is there any possibility for you guys in the future that you not only visit Posyandu but also schools? Because I teach at a school, and I teach kids, I teach teenagers, and I believe by presenting like what you're doing right now in front of them, they will be inspired to do the same thing. I mean, yeah, the question, the bottom line is there any possibility for you guys to visit schools? So I believe by doing what you're doing right now and share even just a little bit of information, what you have accomplished, can move them to do the same thing, even though just in a smaller scale of actions.
Definitely. So we're really open to
We're really open. You say your collaboration with classes,
With anyone.
with anyone actually.
We welcome everyone who's like, let's say you have an idea on a new program, like we would love to
we
hear
love to
it.
take it into account. Like,
Yeah. And if it's like done and then like we both agree to doing it, then we will do it.
So usually in a school like that, they already maybe more advanced on using computers and stuff like that. While these people like caters is not really good at it. So maybe your students can also like try to teach start to teach how to use computers and things like that to community sense.
And of course they're knowledgeable, they're smart, they're clever, but they really need to meet the real practitioners, the people who are on the field already.
Yeah.
So they can really sense it's different. I mean, us teachers, we only share the theory, you know. We only show what they already know. I mean, these things, guys, that what you are doing, they are still unfamiliar with what you're doing right now. Visiting Posyandu in a very remote areas and then meeting the events and stuff like that. I really am hoping that you guys, there's a possibility for you guys to collaborate with the formal institution that I work at, if you guys are willing.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sorry for asking like this because this is my first time being here and I didn't know that you guys were going to present this thing, and it just popped out in my head. So thank you guys so much for